What's up, all my Facebookers, YouTubers, and Instagrammers? It's me, Lani Hadden, and I'm out here walking. And yes, I'm not wearing my makeup lately. I'm trying to let my face recover. I used some type of product, and my makeup didn't agree with it. But so anyhow, I'm out here because I'm facing my fears. And one way to change in your life is I've messaged a few of you and talked about change. And one thing that's important when you're trying to change is facing your fears. And one of my biggest fears is kind of being out in nature. I like to be out in nature, but more like in a park. And I hate grass. I hate grass. The reason why is because of the unknown below the grass. Because you don't know what's under the grass. When you stand on it, you don't know what is underneath. It's lumpy. There could be dirt, there could be moles, there could be ants, snakes, not really in Michigan, but I have a big fear of snakes. So one way to get over fears is to take one step at a time. And I always say, just take the next step. So my next step and I always come to the park. I like the park. There's no problem. I come here and walk all the time. And it's supposed to rain. One of my fears is to actually walk even if it rains. I walk in the rain a lot of times. I'll jog and walk in the rain. But my fear that I'm going to face today, it being closer with nature and closer to animals and not worrying about worms and snakes, is I'm going to walk and I'm going to step on the grass. So just taking the next step. If you just take the next step and facing a small part of your fear, like as if you were going to the airport, if you're scared of flights, you have to do research and realize that it's more dangerous to ride in a car than it is to fly in an airplane. So if you just take the first step in researching about maybe the engines of something or how flights are safe, what makes a flight safe, that will help. And then the next step would be like actually going to the airport, setting up an appointment and going to the airport, maybe not actually getting on an airplane, but just walking through the airport to see that it's really not that scary. Learn where the gates are, what the tools are, the security and things like that. So instead of actually going hiking somewhere in the mountains at this point, or being in Atlanta, like I just went to Atlanta about a month ago and I was scared of the bugs and snakes. But so I came back, a lot of reasons, but those were the main reasons. And the place that I was going to stay had water bugs, so I couldn't take it. But after I researched, if I would have researched before I went, a lot of places in Atlanta have water bugs, which we call them oriental roaches. So today I'm going to take my first step of just standing on this grass. Oh my God. Standing on the grass, which is scary to me. I don't mind like sitting on the grass if there's a blanket, so the ants aren't crawling on me or whatever. But I'm going to walk even further into the grass. Oh my God. It's lumpy. I hate lumpy stuff. And you know what? I actually know this lady who she was saying, she said she had got this place and she didn't like it because the carpet was lumpy. There was like some type of mold underneath, and that freaked her out when she walked on it barefoot. And I'm the same way. If I were to walk in this grass barefoot, I would freak out. That would be my next step. Right now, I'm not going to take that step. We'll record another day when I walk through it barefoot, okay? But just walking on the grass instead of walking on the sidewalk. And this is a part of anxiety, like people don't really know about as much. I'm going to walk this way so that you guys can see me towards the sun. But getting over your fears. Sometimes we fear working out because we fear that we're going to work out and we're not going to lose any weight. Sometimes you fear that if I go on a diet, I'm going to diet, I'm not going to lose weight again. But sometimes we fear things that are real fears, like walking or hiking and getting attacked by a bear, which is a real rational fear. But an irrational fear is like not dieting or not exercising because you fear that your weight's going to go back up and down, and it most likely will, because we don't do the same things every day. And our body gets accustomed to the way we eat, and then we mess up. So, you have to find another way every day. If you mess up, then try something different, or make a plan and stick to it and know what you can't eat. Even something that's a gift. Someone gave one of my clients a gift, and, it was some cupcakes. And she vowed, she said she wasn't going to eat any cupcakes. All right. But because her friend gave her the cupcakes, she ate the whole case of cupcakes. 10 cupcakes. She paid for it. She gained the weight. But then she had to lose the weight again and realize that she had to put herself first. The fear of being a people pleaser, you have to overcome it. I'm definitely a people pleaser, but I have to overcome being a people pleaser so that I make sure I focus on the things that are right for me. Because if I were to eat a whole case of cupcakes because I wanted to please the person that gave them to me, I'm the one that's going to end up in the hospital. I'm going to be the one that's overweight. I'm going to be the one that can't keep my mate because I got overweight. And it's a reality. There's a lot of people that will stick with you regardless of your weight, and that's the way it should be. But you should strive and do your best to impress your mate. Be there for your mate. Satisfy your mate's needs, and they should do the same thing for you. So when you think about eating your friend's cupcakes, think about, what if you don't please yourself? Okay? Think about if you face your fears of being a people pleaser and taking the first step and saying, you know what? Thank you for the cupcakes, but I can't. I'm not allowed to eat cupcakes. You can make a joke. If I ate those cupcakes, and it's not really a joke, if I ate those cupcakes, I'd have to run 4 miles every day for a week or 2. Okay? I'm going to go back this way so I can get the light. But I'm not going to keep you too long. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helped you learning to face your fears. I wonder if I could see even a squirrel out here. I'm not brave enough to go to our metro park and brave it with the snakes yet, but I probably could get close enough to a squirrel. I like ducks, but I do have this one story. I was going to work one day. I was a buyer for 18 years. That's what I went to school for. And I was going into work, and there were these ducks. And I was just wanting to go to the door, and this big mama duck had this big wingspan, and start chasing me into the office while I'm running into the office in my heels from this duck. So I was afraid of ducks for a while. And I know someone close to me that's scared of squirrels because a squirrel ran up on her, and she's scared of squirrels. But you have to take the first step and just say, okay, I'm gonna try to be cool with the squirrels and stuff. So I'm gonna walk on this grass. There's a squirrel here. I don't have any bread or anything for the squirrel, but you have to face your fears. I'm not saying I'm gonna touch the squirrel. I'm not about to get bit, but I'm out here, and I'm gonna see if I can turn the camera to see the squirrel. I don't think I can. You can see? Let's see. Can you see the squirrel? You see it? He's hopping away. He's so cute. And focus on the squirrel. Sometimes if you focus on other things, the happiness and the goal where you're trying to get to. Like if you're scared to get on an airplane, you think about seeing your family and friends, or the place, or going to the destination where you're going to go. You fear flight less. So I'm on this grass, and it's kind of like how Jesus, you know, how he say walk on water. He wasn't thinking about the water. He just got out the boat, and Peter started working toward Jesus. When he took his eyes off of Jesus and his focus off Jesus and the main goal, then he fell in the water. So there's a squirrel. Look how close I am to the squirrel. Ooh, mosquito. Another reason I hate grass, but it's cool. I could have put on some mosquito repellent. So, I don't know, can you see the squirrel? I hope you guys are getting some out of this. This is not one of my normal videos. It's a big thing of dirt. I'm not going to step on a big thing of dirt. That's too far in another step. I don't know if that's dirt. This might cover something up, a hole might see in or something. I don't know. That's a great fear I shouldn't be worrying about, but it looks freshly covered, so I'm not going to step on it. That's the next step. Yeah, I just got ate up by a bunch of mosquitoes by walking through this grass, but then, okay, I know worst thing could happen is I probably get bit by some mosquitoes. Just have to wear some repellent. So anyway, my hair is looking a mess from walking. A lot of us fear working out because we're scared our hair will get messed up. We're scared that if we walk in the rain, our hair will get messed up. Wear a hat or brush your hair afterward, but go work out. Be healthy. I love you guys. Face your fears. It's part of change. You're gonna change. You have to face your fears and do something different. Love you guys. Bye.